Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. This is Ghost Warrior 38, and today I will be bringing you another Indiana Jones Adventure Series figure review. Today I will be looking at a character from the Last Crusade film. This is the Walter Donovan figure, the main antagonist of the film, or at least one of them, and the one who sets off Indy on the quest to recover the Grail. And as we know at the end of the movie, for those that saw it, you can see that he had chosen poorly. Sorry, terrible impression. But anyway, I'll be looking at the figure here, getting the stuff off here. Looking at the box of the figure here, we see the main accessory, or one of them anyway. A nice little portrait shot. This is the scene where he shot Henry Sr. I got this from GameStop in their clearance aisle. This was the only one they had. Another store has the Marcus Brody and Belloc 2-pack, so I might be hunting that one tomorrow, or at least looking for it. Looking here, we have another profile shot, and of course the scene where he decomposes and he's holding on to Elsa. Walter Donovan, Last Crusade line. He has the gun that he uses to shoot Henry Sr., the Grail tablet, the false Grail, and an alternate head sculpt. I already took the tape off of the top, and that's ready to go. A bit of damage on the packaging here, but like I said, I found this in clearance, and the box wasn't exactly handled well. At the time it was sealed. I just hope that everything is included. But here's all the other figures that were released. Renee Belloc in the ceremonial robe from when they opened the Ark. I already talked about my Indiana Jones figure from Raiders. There's Sala, Marion, and Tote. And then at the bottom here was their sticker price. I got I got some discounts on here, so I actually paid like 10, 11 bucks for this total. Anyway, that's that. So sit back, relax, and I'll be unboxing this here in a sec. And he is now out of the packaging. Because the magic of editing, you didn't actually see me take him out of the packaging, but here he is here. Starting off with the accessories, there's just a few of them here. One of them is the fake Grail that Elsa gives him, that when he drinks from it, he rapidly ages until he disintegrates into nothing. I understand there is a build an artifact wave. There's a couple of them. The figures consist of the Indiana Jones, Elsa, the Grail Knight, Henry Sr., I already said the Grail Knight, and I think one or two others. Each of them have some of the pieces, and the fake Grail that comes with the Donovan figure actually goes on that display. About that. They have the aging. Come on, camera, focus if you can. Anyway, this is the aging head sculpt before he rapidly disintegrates when he grabs onto Elsa. It gives me, for some reason, it gave me 2 handguns. The only detail on here is the black grip, and that's it on here. Gray and black plastic. It actually gives you a second one for some reason. And it's weird, there's not like any holster you could put on Donovan, it's just as is. And what I thought was actually kind of cool, that would work well with the Professor Jones figure from the Last Crusade line. This is the Grail tablet. It's solid but lightly flexible piece of plastic. If you shine it in the light just right, I don't know if this is an issue with the plastic, but looking at it, it almost is like a faded black haze over it. I don't know if this will be like a worn thing, or if that's just because of the oil in my fingers. I hope that's not the case. But anyway, there's that. The second marker, the shield, comes with the Professor Jones figure, along with the Grail diary, sealed. in the paper. So there's that. And then moving on to the figure itself. Holding the figure here, the face likeness is fine. I don't really have anything to compare it to, so I can't say whether it's accurate to the movie or not, but I'm just going to go off on a limb and assume it is. The body here, the top of the coat here is almost rubber, but the chest here with the tie is a reuse body mold of the Indy figure. It's the same body, but tie is different color, and then of course he has his coat. This is glued on, so you can't take it off, but there's a little bit of a rubbery feeling to it. The rotation, this figure is stiff because it was sealed in the plastic. What the figure came in was this paper mesh bag, so this hasn't been opened or messed with at all. There is a single joint, maybe if I can do one of them arm, about that far. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some work on the left arm because I don't want to break it. The hand does not have any side-by-side rotation, it just spins. Moving the arms back there. The head can tilt the left and the right just fine, and goes up about that far, down about that far. The legs are actually nice because depending on if you do it just right, he does have a double joint in the knee. Give me a sec, see if I can work with it here a little bit. So you can get about that far with it, and the toe does not have a pivot on its own, but the shoe itself can move. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Not very far. It does have peg holes in the bottom, so if you want to put it on a display, you can. Just showing you real quick with what the alternate head sculpt looks like. Here's what it looks like with the alternate head sculpt. It wasn't easy to pop the head off, so you kind of have to be careful about how many times you do that. I'm probably not going to display him with this head sculpt at all. If anything, it'll be with his normal face, but that's just wanted to show you what it looks like. The hand here is actually a gripping hand, so you can actually use it to hold. Granted, if you have to pose it properly, and you have to do some motion with the hand, or with the arm a little bit, but he can hold the tablet a little bit. So you can make it look like this a little bit. Of course, you can hold the grail, and then the main hand here on the right is for his gun gripping hand. Give me a sec. Have to open up the fingers here a little bit. And now he has his gun in his hand. It's a shame they didn't put like a holster on this figure, but give me a sec. Holding the figure here because he's not standing properly right now. I just wanted to bring this last figure out here for some size comparison. This is the Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones figure, and here he is next to Donovan. They're both about the same height, but I feel like with the shoes and feet model here, Donovan here might be a little bit taller. But I could be wrong here. According to the box, he says it's supposed to be at 6 3 inches tall. But anyway, that's about it. So I hope you guys like this little look at another Indiana Jones figure review. I'm trying to hunt these in the wild and see if I can find them where I can. My goal is to try to get at least one from Temple of Doom, preferably try to get an Indiana Jones figure, and the indie figure from Last Crusade. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you all have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and peace.